In today's session, we will discuss two antenna parameters. In the previous session, we have seen the introduction part of the antennas. What is the structure of the antenna? The basic, okay? What is actually the antenna is all about. And just for a design of any, take it any device, you go for some parameters, right? So taking the reference of those, you go for any design. So just like that, even antennas, in order to design, in order to study, in order to develop, we have to study few parameters. There are some specifications. Based on them, they play very important role in the analyzing the performance of the antennas. So yesterday in the previous session, we have seen one parameter, probably not the listed parameter, but an important parameter, that is power density P, or the symbol is yes. You can take either P or yes in your prescribed textbook. I hope you remember the name of the textbook. In the introduction class I had given you in the antennas part. The textbook that is prescribed for you is John D. Cross. So if you see the textbook, most of the times the pointing vector or the power density term is specified with the term yes. So talking about the patterns, we have seen in the previous session, the patterns are nothing but the graph. They are the three-dimensional quantities which involves the variation of either field or the power. Field in the sense it can be in electric field or magnetic field. And since there is an involvement of this, we go for spherical coordinate system. Here out of this r, theta and phi, the variations will be in theta and phi directions. So field या power आपको लेना है in case of patterns in order to analyze the patterns to get the antenna maximum value, minimum value, where the radiation is maximum, minimum, all the details. You should go for the variations analysis in terms of the fields, that is theta and phi directions. This is one example pattern shown. This is the cross section. If you just cut it into half, okay, if this is your circle, imagine you have what, a watermelon. If you cut it exactly at the center, the front view, you can see it here. Okay, this is your three-dimensional view. To completely specify the radiation patterns, we require, as I told you, theta as well as phi for both electric and magnetic field. So I am giving you the details here regarding the electric field. The same holds good for magnetic field. So theta, electric field, is a function of theta and phi. That is E theta of variables are theta and phi. Similarly, the electric field as a function of theta and phi, that is E phi component of theta and phi. Apart from these two gives you the amplitudes. The phase is also important. Phase will be delta, either theta direction or phi direction. So this is the term we have discussed already. Now moving on to the next, we will discuss how we can get the equation for these patterns. Generally, I think in mathematics you might have done these normalizations. So what do you mean by normalizing? You reduce the terms. You can see, if I take one original value, here I'm taking the field value. Okay, if the original value is E, if I divide that value by the maximum value, something like your marks percentage, okay, we can obtain the normalized or the relative field pattern. For example, आपकी 6 subjects हैं, तो आपका maximum value कितना होगा? 600 होगा per subject 100. Say you have got 550. So if you divide this, you will get the normalized value. Okay, you can get a better analysis if you get the normalized values. So this is the example I have given you, percentage. And as I'm dividing both the quantities, see field component है, उसका maximum value है, it is a dimensionless quantity. क्योंकि आप relative term use कर रहे हो, relative में dimensions नहीं होंगे and unit भी नहीं होगा. So normalized field pattern E theta, because theta भी है and phi भी है. So E theta will be the value, original value divided by its a maximum value. This will give you normalized field pattern in theta direction. Generally I have given you here, shape of the field pattern is independent of distance. In the sense, ये जो field pattern आया है, this one pattern I am giving you as an example for one particular antenna. Suppose you are varying the distance for this antenna, transmission and reception. The distance if you vary, ये pattern का shape change नहीं होगा. For particular antenna, the shape of the pattern is the same. Okay, irrespective of the distance. Patterns can also be expressed in terms of power per unit area, that is nothing but your power density, either P or S. यहाँ पर हमने field के terms में power pattern को represent किया है, normalized field pattern. The equation is this. We can also express this in terms of either P or S. यहाँ पर field है, in terms of power भी हम express कर सकते हैं. What is the relationship between power and the field? You know already. From the base, P equals to Vi, or P equals to I square R. So yes, I square R, or P equals to V square by R. Okay, and we already know that field and voltages are related. P equals to or V equals to E by L, right? So E is directly proportional to V. So if I take this equation, power will be directly related to square of the field. Okay, क्योंकि V and E I can replace क्योंकि दोनों directly proportional हैं. So your power will be related to the field in a square terms. E square by R. Okay, so these are the basic equations you might be knowing already. So taking that relationship, what I will do, ये जो भी field pattern हमने equation लिया है, normalized field pattern, उसको power में हम represent करेंगे. So normalizing the power, P subscript N, the normalized value. You can see here. Here also I have not taken. I think E theta I have taken. You can take En. Normalized value is equal to the original value. You can replace this E by S. No issues. Normalized value is original value divided by its maximum value. And we know already how the power is related to field. It is E square. And as I have told you, whatever I'm discussing now in terms of electric field, the same holds good for magnetic field. Okay, and we have theta and phi, two different components. ये जो मैंने equation यहाँ पे लिखा है, E theta. Similarly, you can write for E phi. Okay, E phi that is a normalized here. Normalized value is equal to E phi original value divided by E phi maximum value. ये जो theta के direction में लिखा है, phi direction also you can write. So overall power, क्योंकि electromagnetic waves contain both electric field and magnetic field components. We cannot consider only one part. So दोनों direction में variations देखने पड़ेंगे. It is not simply E theta. You should add E phi also, both the components, plus you need to take divided by Z naught. Why I have taken Z naught? Just now I have shown you the power is E square divided by R. So this R is nothing but the impedance of the medium. I am taking Z naught. It is the intrinsic impedance, what we call Z naught. And in the previous session, in case of power density, we have calculated Z naught. I told you it is 120 pi. Sorry, I forgot to share the slide with you. I forgot completely. I'll share it. Okay, 120 pi, which is nothing but 377 ohms. So this is the normalized field pattern equation and power pattern equation. Field pattern के लिए what you will take? This is the equation. If the variation is in theta direction, take the original value divided by maximum value. ये field pattern हो गया. If you go for power pattern, original value divided by maximum value. So what is the relation between the power and the field? They are square related. So that is P equals to E square by R. This is about the patterns. I've given you here one detail, that is decibel value. Any power generally is represented in decibels. So it is 10 log P. If you want to go for E, then you need to take here E square. तो अगर E square लेंगे तो ये 2 यहाँ पे multiply होके ये 20 log हो जाएगा. So if you are representing the decibels power, it will be Pn. In terms of fields, it will be 20 log, 10 log and 20 log. Now coming to the next parameter, we have discussed about the power density. then patterns, and now the next parameter, antenna parameter, is a beam area, very important parameter, or we also call it beam solid angle. So you have studied about solid angle already. There are two different types of angles, right? uh, what are the units of angles? Can you tell me? Just like for angle, the unit is either you take degrees like this round, okay, 7 degree, 8 degree, like that, or steradian, sorry, radians in terms of r. Suppose you have a solid angle, because as I told you, patterns आप देख सकते हो, it is not a 2-dimensional figure, it is a 3D figure. So जो भी angle subtended है ये pattern में, उसको हम रेडियंस में रिप्रेजेंट नहीं कर सकते, बिकॉज इट इज अ 3D. आप कोन देखे हो, स्फीयर देखे हो, इट्स अ 3-dimensional, एंगल विल बी 3D. So for that I cannot use the radians term. I should go for solid angle, that is steradians. SR we call it, okay, not SD, it is SR. SR indicates steradians. In degrees also you can go for it. It is called square degrees. Okay, angle, degree, radian. Solid angle, it is a square degrees and steradians. So as I told you, patterns 3-dimensional quantities हैं. आपकी जो भी पैटर्न्स आएंगे, विच इज गिविंग यू द इंफॉर्मेशन ऑफ रेडिएशन कौन सी डायरेक्शन में कितना वैल्यू रखता है. सो in order to measure that, we go for this beam area or beam solid angle. The representation of this, the symbolic representation is, you can tell this as ohm A or omega A. Okay, the beam area omega A, it is the solid angle through which maximum power is radiated by the antenna. For example, I have given you here a figure. Suppose you have an antenna here. Okay, ये antenna dish के shape में है. From this, in this direction, ये area है, इसमें वो radiation, you know, it is propagating, the wave is propagating and the waves are radiating here in this. Suppose I take this as the angle. So what is this? You can see the area. यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हो. It is the maximum area, the maximum area through which your radiation is propagating. That we call it beam solid angle or beam area. The solid angle through which the maximum power is radiated. Fine. If power is, there is a condition, if power is maintained to the maximum value, जितना possible हो सकता है उतना maximum power जब होगा, the radiated power, in that condition जो भी area cover होगा, the angle and the area, that we call it beam solid angle. Hope you understood this definition. And whatever structure I have drawn it here, it is very important to understand how this antenna parameters in the beam area, okay, especially in this beam area parameter, what all terminologies are there, because this is related in turn in module 4. Module 4, you will completely deal with the problematic part, wherein the structure which I have drawn you, you will be drawing this particularly for definite angles. ये जो मैंने यहाँ पे ड्रॉ किया है स्ट्रक्चर, ये रफली कुछ भी एंगल लेके मैंने ड्रॉ किया है. ओके, particularly taking the specifications, you will be going to design this beam area, this structure in your module 4. So understanding this figure is very important for you. So let us see what all is there in this figure. This is the width, not this, here. Okay, I have drawn two different lines. Let me take two different colors so that we can differentiate it. This is one line. We call these lines as nulls. Okay, we will be understanding them in details when we move to those problems. So these are nulls. We call that first null, second null, third null, like that. So these are what? Nulls. And ये जो दो नल्स हैं, इसके बीच जितना भी एरिया कवर हो रहा है आपका, I have not touched it here. but जितना भी cover होता है area, that we call it beam width or beam area between first nulls. That is in short BWFN. This is moreover will be used in problems and further concepts. BWFN. That's why I'm taking width, not area. You can use area term also. Beam width between first nulls. ये जो yellow lines हैं, they are called nulls, first nulls. The width which is covering between these two, जो भी आपका radiation है, we call it BWFN. Now talking about here. Okay, this area, particularly here, okay, better I should draw it here, not the first orange line. This line, what you can see, we call this half power beam width. Generally, in your calculations of noise powers, you go for decibel values, right? You have seen even in your filters, right? Noise, then even your communications, digital communication, most of the things, they are represented in decibels. So whenever we go for semi-log graph, right, decibels, semi-log graph when you go for, so what is the role of for any device? You have studied in your filters, frequency response आपने study किया है, something like this or something like this, right? These are some frequency response figures I have drawn for filters. In this case, if this is your maximum value, what is the roll off for any device? Hope you remember, it is 3 dB, what we call 3 dB roll off, right? So half power in the sense, it is not, for example, agar aapka 1 hai power, half power means it is not 0.5. No, this is wrong. Half power means when you go for 3 dB roll off, your power gets reduced from 1 to, the reduction value is not 0.5, it is not 1 by 2. 0.5 is 1 by 2. It is not half, it is 1 by root 2. And what is the value of 1 by root 2? You can check it in the calculator. It comes up to 0.707. So there's a difference. You see, half power means it is not 0.5. It is 0.707. जब आपका maximum value जो भी output है, it will get roll off. It gets reduced to 0.707, 1 by root 2. I think आपने बहुत बार frequency response curve में that line also you might have marked, that is 0.707 line. Okay, remember, whenever I talk here in antennas in terms of half power, it is not 0.5, it is not 1 by 2, it is 1 by root 2. So what this indicates, half power beam width, you can see I have indicated here half power beam width, ये जो orange line है. So what is this indicating? It is giving you the information that जो भी ये जो particular antenna के लिए ये जो beam area मैंने draw किया है, that antenna suppose ये उसका maximum value है, ये जो point है, this width, it is representing at the half width. ये अगर maximum width है, full width है, तो ये half width होगा. Half is, it is not 1 by 2, it is 1 by root 2. So don't draw the structure like this. अगर ये maximum value है, तो इसको आप measure करके इसमें half मत करो. It is wrong. Half power is 0.707. Your power gets reduced to 0.707. Hope you understood this. Half power is 1 by root 2. It is not 1 by 2. Now, any other information you can see, whatever line, the lobe which I have drawn here, the structure, we call this main lobe or major lobe. You can use both. And here in this below structure, you can see these are called minor lobes. Okay, minor lobe में दो हैं varieties. One is side lobe. Here you can see it. These are the side lobes, and this is your back lobe. Most of the times back lobe will be negligible, right? Reverse direction में कैसे propagate करता है? Very negligible, but reflections do occur. So that's why we need to take this into account. Back lobe and side lobe, ये दोनों मिलके it is minor lobe. This is your major lobe or main lobe. Okay, this is the structure. Very important is BWFN and HPBW, half power beam width. So I'm using the term width, not the area, because the abbreviations that are being used is HPBW, not A. That's why I use width only instead of area. Hope the structure is understood. Okay, the same structure, that the explanation I have given you here. It is measured on the main lobe between the points, that is first nulls, what I call, where the radiated power is half of its maximum value. Half means it is 1 by root 2. Hence, we call it half power beam width. Sometimes beam width is also described in terms of angular width, that is, as I told you, between first nulls. It is called BWFN. So these 2 points are giving you the information about HPBW and BWFN. And what is the formula to get the beam area? The beam area, ये जो figure है, this. What is the area of this solid angle? This omega A is equal to surface integral the power. You can express either power or the field, no problem. Okay, here I'm taking it power. You can take P or S, both symbols you can use. Theta 5 normalized value we want. Okay, that is the actual value divided by the maximum value, and this is sine theta d theta d5. This is, in short, we can write it d omega. Okay, the value, the we are replacing this bigger value sine theta d theta d5 as d omega, and solid angle or beam area, the unit is steradians or steradians. And whatever omega A beam area is there, as I told you, it is both the theta and phi component variations as a function of theta and phi. That's why it is approximately equal to both variations multiplication. HP indicates half power. Okay, theta HP multiplied by phi HP will give you the total beam width. ये structure मैंने यहाँ पे draw किया है. I'll explain you. This figure is giving you the details of spherical coordinate system. You can see this angle is phi. This direction is theta. Here, this is the theta direction. Now, if I take the projection of this line, okay, 3-dimensional, try to how you can imagine, take a watermelon from the center on the surface, you can just take out one triangle, right? That triangle inner part is this, okay, like this. So from this you can take a projection. This is the surface. ये जो strip आपको दिख रहा है, this is the surface of the watermelon. Okay, try to imagine this. Now, if you see the structure, you have a shaded area here. Let's see what is the area of this shaded figure. You need to take the length and breadth. Okay, multiplication of this and this. So I have given you the indication here. This first line, angle is, total angle is theta. I'm taking a portion, so it is d theta. Okay, this d theta, you know, whenever we go for any arc calculation, angle theta, suppose this is your arc. So how will you go for calculation? What is the angle? Angle theta is equal to arc by radius. So what is the arc? Arc is r divided by इसका जो भी radius होगा, suppose let me take it as r. So it is r. Fine. So what is this theta in our case? It is d theta. Theta is d theta, and arc value is taken as r. So d theta into r is giving you this area, this line length. Okay, so this is your arc, this is your radius. Arc by radius is equal to, see, arc is d theta, radius is smaller, I have taken it here, hence it is r into d theta. One length I have given you, how it is r into d theta. Now talking about one more line, you can see यहाँ पर एक line है, इसका structure देखने के लिए यहाँ से projection लो आप. Okay, तो यहाँ पर एक triangle होगा, you know this is the opposite. Okay, तो r sin theta हो गया आपका ये, क्योंकि ये r है, I'm taking this projection, so taking that into r sin theta, and angle is what, इसका projection down लो नीचे, this is your d phi. So angle is d phi. So overall this length is r sin theta into d phi. So that information is giving, I have given you. If you remember in electromagnetic theory also, as a work, as an assignment, I had given you to find out why this area, total area, we take it as r square sin theta d phi. Whoever had tried it, probably they will understand it. So this is angle d theta and the radius is r. So arc by radius, angle. So angle into radius will be arc. Coming to this, ये जो सेक्शन है इसका प्रोजेक्शन नीचे है, रेडियस तो सेम रहेगा r थ्रू आउट, r इंटू डी फाई, ये आर्क हो गया, इस आर्क को आप मल्टीप्लाई करोगे r sin थीटा, तो r sin थीटा इंटू डी फाई. तो इफ यू मल्टीप्लाई टोटल एरिया मिलेगा आपको. तो व्हाट इज द शेडेड एरियाज टोटल एरिया, द शेडेड पार्ट यू कैन सी, इसका एरिया आपको लेंथ इंटू ब्रेड दोनों का मल्टीप्लाई करना होगा, r d theta and r sin theta d phi. So if I multiply these two, I will get r square sin theta d phi. Out of this, r sin theta d theta, not r, sin theta d phi is d omega. Sin theta d phi is d omega. So you can in short write it. Area is multiplication of these two, as I told you. Horizontal, the length and the breadth of the shaded area. ऐसा एरिया है, ये जो लेंथ है एंड ये जो लेंथ है, दोनों को मल्टीप्लाई किए हैं, ये एरिया मिला है. दिस इज वन लेंथ, दिस इज वन मोर लेंथ. इफ यू मल्टीप्लाई यू विल गेट r square sin theta d phi. उसमें r square you take it out, sin theta d phi is in short written as d ohm or d omega. We call this d omega as the solid angle subtended by the area dA. It is very important to know why the area, you know, the lengths, these whatever the lengths of these areas are there, why it is r sin theta d phi and why it is r d theta. Now talking about the sphere, because I'm taking the spherical coordinates, what is the area of the sphere? I've written it, you can see it on the screen. It is 4 pi r square. सर्कल के लिए 2 pi r है, स्फीयर के लिए 4 pi r square है. तो इट इज, नो सॉरी, सर्कल के लिए पाई आर स्क्वायर होगा, स्पेरिकल के लिए, स्फीयर के लिए 4 pi r square होगा. So here I have given you the information of conversion of steradians and degrees, square degrees. Okay, 1 steradian is equal to solid angle subtended by the sphere divided by 4 pi. क्योंकि टोटल एंगल क्या होगा, 4 पाई है स्फीयर में, सर्कल लेंगे तो 2 पाई होगा, स्फीयर के लिए 4 पाई है. तो 1 स्टीरेडियन इज गिवन बाय टोटल एंगल सबटेंडेड बाय द स्फीयर डिवाइडेड बाय 4 पाई. तो 1 रेडियन स्क्वायर, ये मैंने स्टीरेडियन का आपको इंफॉर्मेशन दिया है. 1 रेडियन स्क्वायर इज 180 divided by pi. You know how to convert radians to degrees, degrees to radians. 180 by pi you make. जब आप 2 टाइम्स स्क्वायर कर रहे हैं, टेक द स्क्वायर, 180 बाय पाई अगर आप स्क्वायर कैलकुलेटर से कैलकुलेट करोगे, यू विल गेट 3282.8. सो 1 स्टीरेडियन इज इक्वल टू 3282.8 स्क्वायर डिग्रीज. ओके, 1 स्टीरेडियन इज दिस, so I want 4 pi. So 4 pi steradian is equal to, take this number multiplied by 4 pi. 1 steradian is equal to 3282.8. 4 pi steradian is multiplied by 4 pi. You will get approximately 41252.96. You can approximate 0.96 है तो इसको 3 कर दो. 41253. See, I have not taken a zero symbol. On the top, I have taken a small square symbol indicating it is a square degree. Okay, so 4 pi steradian is equal to 41253 square degrees. So ये conversion important है. We will be using this in problems. One steradian is equal to, let me highlight it. Radian square is steradian. One steradian is equal to this much square degrees. 4 pi steradian is equal to 41253 square degrees. Okay, this conversion is important as far as the problems are concerned. So let me show you a simple problem here. Before that, ये structure आप एक बार देख लो. This whatever I have drawn, the pasted figure and this figure, both are same. Okay, ये back lobes हैं, side lobes and back lobes. This is your major lobe or main lobe. ये जो है total angle, it is the actual pattern of the beam area, omega A. This is giving you half power, that is 0.707 तक आपका जो maximum value reduce होता है, that value. Okay, the same is written here. ये आपका beam area है, actual value इतना है. This is what it has reduced to 0.707. Now, taking the problems, an antenna has a field pattern. This is the given. They have given you field pattern here. Okay, not the power pattern. Field pattern is given to you. In the sense, आपका जो field है cos square theta में vary होगा. You know how the cos theta varies? So similarly, cos square means आपका angle आप substitute करते जाओगे, क्या variations होंगे field में, that is given. The field pattern, it is varying in cos square terms, and theta range is also given 0 to 90 degrees. We need to find half power beam width. HP BW we have to find. So here I have drawn the figure.